So here we are, my fellow Earthlings. I want to wish you, first and foremost, a Happy New Year. I had a great time last night. I had some friends over for dinner, and me and my beautiful girlfriend, when the party was over, sent people home. We did something that we do maybe once every third month. We had a great time with Mrs. Molly, and we had a flow that lasted for at least 10 hours and we slept until 8 this evening. And I just want to say that if you have somebody you love, somebody you care about, some people or some person, girlfriend, friend, whatever, that you really have connected with on a deeper level, being in that flow for that many hours, you go from cuddle to sex to talking to cuddle to sex, and it just expands and expands and expands. And for me, a guy with ADHD and some hypomania, the day after is kind of just like an afterglow. We had one bottle of wine and went look at the the rockets and stuff, and we just flowed through the night, and it was beautiful. So, I mean, people are scared of doing that, but I think it's a good thing, and I would recommend it to everyone. Don't use it too often. Let it go like 3 months between every time, so you just the brain doesn't get used to it, and you get benefits from it. So with that out of the way, I want to remind you of one more thing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs up, just for the algorithm. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you like me to talk about. Tell me if you want more of these talks. I have a lot of topics in my head that I would like to share. Topics that are not necessarily about painting. If you like to support my work, I also do coaching with learning people how to paint. So you go to PATRON and you can sign up there for one of the tiers. Please don't sign up like a free member. I have stopped posting public things there now because, there's a $1 tier, there's a $5 and a $15. I'm going to add some more because I also want to expand and teach people through Skyping or messaging, and do camp sessions. So if you sign up, I will help you, my capabilities to be a better painter, to expand, and yeah. If you just want to like my stuff, you want to support me, you can buy me a coffee every time I post a video. And I will also take up again the Patron giveaway. There's one small painting a month that I will give away to one of my patrons. So if you'd like to do that, cool. Okay. If not, just thumbs up, leave comment, watch my videos. It is just amazing how that do for me. Now, with this out of the way, I wanted to go back and think about 5 advices to young artists, which I wish I learned myself very early, and I could have avoided a lot of waste of time and a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna start with this one, which is difficult. It's like learn to take rational advice. And what I mean with that is when I went to art school, there were some teachers that were just arrogant asses, okay? They were so-called artists, and everything you did in art schools could be artistry. And of course, it wasn't supposed to be classical painting or classical drawing. It was supposed to be conceptual art. It was supposed to be performance art. It was supposed to be... there was some guy that, it's typical shitting and jerking off on a paper and making a painting of it, stuff like that. Things that just bullshit. Things that just makes you feel important. So when I talk about taking rational advice, it is, first of all, the few teachers, because of the mood in the art school, I kind of froze. You know, you block out everything because you don't like this part. And there was actually a couple of teachers who helped a lot. One I didn't really listen to, and that was a bad thing. And he told me, because he saw, okay, I can't change this guy into a modern artist, but I can help him evolve his painting. And he was trying to tell me to use boar bristles, you know, with I should have one here. Yeah, you know what I mean, with a lot of texture that leaves actually a lot of brushwork and stuff. And I didn't want to do that because I thought that brushwork was just crappy painting. I didn't understand brushwork. I didn't understand that all the painting lays within the brushwork and how you use the paint. I didn't understand that. So I just blew it away. And it took me almost 10 years to realize this, that wow, that is what is important. And there was one other artist that was actually good, but he was it was kind of frightening because of these deep brown eyes and looked at you. He was a Polish sculptor called Krzysztof Nasiolowski, and he sadly died of cancer when he was 60. And I would love to talk to him about stuff he learned to me. Things I understood after the fact. Because if you're not open, and even if you come to an environment where people aren't open, and you have some issues, maybe with your self-esteem, or you have anger, or you have some bullying in your past, or you tend to take it a little too personal. So what I learned over time is to take critique like, okay, if it's rational critique, you can see it in how people critique me. If they say, "Are you no Rembrandt?" like I've heard on my YouTube channel, I say, yeah, I'm not Rembrandt. I'm not claiming to be Rembrandt. I'm claiming to have Rembrandt as my objective standard for my paintings. Because I can't think of any painter who is better than Rembrandt. Maybe you have Turner and you have Vermeer and you have a lot of paintings that comes up to it. But if you want to learn paint, you go to Rembrandt. That is where you go. Okay, and Vermeer and Turner, but it's kind of the same thing, okay? So, you shouldn't even go to me, you know. But I can, you know, Rembrandt didn't make painting videos. So, I can take what I have learned and what to focus on, and I can give you that. Yeah. The second thing is learn the skill. Learn the skill. It is so important to learn the skill. Because if you don't have any skill, if you think of skill as a negative thing, like most modern artists do, you will never be able to create something with substance. Because ideas are not enough. At least not in my world, and now I'm talking subjectively. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody could answer why I'm wrong. Because all good ideas are already made, basically. You can only repeat it. It's like, you know, the only place we might find something really new is in physics, okay? And even there it's very hard because we come down to a level where we can't really measure things anymore. We can't just hypothesize or make theories or see if they were like quantum physics. If it didn't work, mobile wouldn't work, and most of the science wouldn't work because we couldn't make machines, we couldn't make stuff that actually are based on quantum physics. So we know it works, we know that, okay. But that is good ideas. Ideas is for science. Philosophy is more for art, I think. And but if you have the philosophy that your idea doesn't need to have an object which is crafted, which is difficult to make, you have missed the point. Because the beauty of something, the skill, the difficulty of creating something That is what is the basis also for your creativity. When you are making something difficult, you are forced to think deep. It's like deep thinking. You have to go deeper to get better. And I noticed as I have progressed as a painter, my focus has gone from idea, motif to the paint. I still do the motif, but the motif isn't a goal in itself. It is a goal in creating that motif, but it's my capability of my skill wall or where I am as a painter who will basically tell the story of how good I am. And then you're open for failure, okay? And that is also why I ask you to give me constructive critique. And if you want to be an asshole, do that too. I will answer it. Probably with some irony, because I have a thick skin and I don't really care what people think, if they are that kind of people. I have no problem with arguing with people. I have no problem. I don't take things personally. I don't get offended. I'm unoffendable. So just bring it on, okay? I would love to have a chat with you if you want to have a more aggressive conversation. But I would love to have real conversations. That is also why I like to do the cam thing and learn people, because then I can meet you as a person and I can engage with you and have a nice conversation, because I love people and I love conversation. So yeah, and third, don't try to be an artist. And with that I mean, don't think trying to be an artist, dyeing your hair blue and having all the piercings and all the tattoos and you know, and going around looking like Robert Smith in The Cure in the 80s. It is not really that makes you into an artist. It doesn't make you into an artist and become hate you know, Israel, or it doesn't make you in, you know, your political stance doesn't make you into an artist. Your identity doesn't make you into an artist, because your identity is just being human in the world with all other humans on this beautiful planet. It's swinging around the sun in, that's 280 kilometers an hour or something. What's a second? Don't remember the right number now, but you can Google it and figure it out. So don't try to be an artist. Just do that. We are going back to learning the skill. If you learn the skill, the creativity just happens, because you start thinking deep. And I remember in the beginning, I have a video where I show my earlier works. I couldn't do anything because I didn't have the skill. I didn't have the mental depth to self-criticism. And this is the most important of all. Introspection. Honest self-reflection. That is the most important thing you can imagine. So learn the skill, be honest, be self-critical, don't get angry if people critique you, don't take things personal, even if it's meant personal, but it doesn't really matter. But be open to take rational criticism. And you come back to the introspection thing, that if you get defensive, you will lose. You will never evolve. And it's like everything in life. If you're not open to self-critic, you will never become really human. You will never become really conscious. And for your art, being honest and really conscious is the most important thing. The thing is, you can never really know. You can't really know if you are really, really, really conscious before after the fact. After the fact, you can know this. But you're not finished. I have this strange argument with my mother, which doesn't have so much introspection. She thinks she has, and she thinks she has been thinking enough. So she just blocks every discussion with her defensiveness. And I know a lot of people like that. Luckily, my girlfriend is not like that. She's very open. And she had some trauma in her life. But she's became better. that's the important thing. Yeah. Next one was, now see, I probably have to change the battery now. So yeah, I have to change the battery. Sadly, I was such in a good flow now, but that's how it is sometimes. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that, fellow Earthlings. I will take the number 4 here, and it's remove all distractions or destructive habits and people. As an artist, we have probably, many artists or art students I've noticed have had some trauma in their childhood. That makes us very susceptible to having a need for validation, a need for being seen, and that can lead to basically, I think it's one of the reasons why many artists are often have a lot of narcissistic traits, because, as I said in the, the not trying to be an artist part, we tend to overcompensate, and I think many bullied people, many people with some trauma, has actually gone into creative work because that is where they find their solace, there they find their peace. And then they come into an art school and they or some art environment, and the side that needs to fit in or feel welcome kicks in, and you start doing compromises. So I will say, and we also maybe I think all the time. My brain is never turned off. So I used to use, it's sad to say because I hate it, but I used to use porn. I used to use movies, alcohol, TV series, everything I can, and training, extreme amount of training, so much that I had to I had to change both my hips before I was 50. And it's, crazy how I burned them out with martial arts and too much training. So I was not sleeping enough, I was working, I was training too much, I was drinking too much, and I watched things to quell down that inner voice. And I lost so much time. And also, I always spent money. I earned a lot of money for a while. I earn a little bit now also, but it's not that much. I have, so I can take care of myself, but it's not like it used to be, because I have some galleries to sell everything. I'm just building it up again and stuff. But it takes a little more time to sell my paintings. Also, the prices are quite high, so yeah. But I can make a living from it, and that's good. Now, the point is that when I had a lot, I also clicked into that hyperactive buying stuff. I lived in beautiful hotels in New York. I spent money like an arsehole. And I did it to feel probably important, to be quite honest. Or to feel, finally I can. It was kind of a show-off thing, I think. And now, today, I just look back at it and see how fucking silly it was. It was really, really stupid. And one of the things, and that is, you have to do, is to try to focus only on your work, and put that first, before training, before being social. If you meet some girl or some man or whatever, and they are clearly toxic, you have to get rid of them. And I will recommend to study BPD, borderline personality disorder, because most artists have it, including me. And also covert narcissism, which is extremely important to know about, because if you know these things, you will see the red flags immediately, and you won't fall for the love bombing. I've experienced gallerists who love bomb in the beginning. I've experienced a girl who love bombed in the beginning. I have, or girls or whatever. I did some of the mistakes myself with other girls, and I'm deeply ashamed of it. I see it now because I started to study it. And that is a big distraction. If you need validation all the time, and you need new girls, and you need a lot of sexual or emotional feeding, you know, I call it narcissistic supply, you will be trapped in that, and you will spend a lot of money trying to get attention, which is just, you know. If you do that, you will lose so much. I've lost so much time in the wrong relationships, also with great girls, some of them great girls, but because I couldn't let them go, I kept them there, and I kept myself down at the same time, and of course making them miserable at the same time. So please don't distract yourself with superficial things. Try to figure out who you are and what your triggers are. Try to figure out if you're an attention whore, and if you are, stop it. Just stop, you know. Take a step back and ask yourself, is this who I want to be? No, you want to speak the truth. You want to be able to love. You want to be able to be honest. You want to be able to meet people who are the same thing. And yeah. So all destructive habits which bring you away from your painting or what kind of art you do, stop. And last but not least, maybe it is turned off. I see it's not. I changed the battery and it's getting empty again. Maybe I should change it again because I put the other one on. Yeah, I will do that. So the last segment comes up after this. So, yes, and then the last segment. I hope this lasts because it's almost out of battery again. I should have done this before, but I want to do this video today. And my girlfriend is coming by, and we're going to have some food and watch the new stupid Gladiator movie. Yeah. The last thing is basically a follow-up to the last one. It is number 5, save your money. Okay. As I said in the other one, save your money and learn to love. Less is more. Stoicism. Yeah. If you are a hedonist, you will never find peace. You will go from short burst to short burst to short burst to short burst, like I used to do, and you will never really find peace. But if you can find peace in Stoic philosophy, like from Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, Seneca, Epicurus, all these people who basically, hedonism actually, people think it is kind of having a lot of partners or dating, having open relationships and all that stress that comes with it. You know, what are you going to do? You're going to, oh darling, you are going on a date with a guy? Oh, good luck, darling. Tell me how his penis was when you come back, you know. I mean, if you do that, you must be a cuck, or you have to be so traumatized that you don't feel anything and you don't really care. Or you don't care about the person you have in your life at all. It's just convenience. You just with this person because it's convenient. And you don't care if you destroy them in the process. So less is more. It's better to be alone, I think, than to have a toxic relationship. It is basically some of the most draining you can have in your life is a toxic person, as I said in the last segment. But this is save your money. And with that is very simple. if you sell paintings, if you get some money, save it, because it's called FU money. If you can actually say no to things, and that is one of the things I have done. I have spent so much that you couldn't really fill the hole. And then I'm put in the situation that I have to take a lot of commission works, like portraits and stuff like that. And it kind of drains the time out of the things that I really want to do, like my human condition, big human condition exhibition. I have so much in my head, and it kind of drains your energy. So if you can avoid it, do not take commission work, because it's only temporary. It's not really a part of your production. I do the same thing. I do go into it with all my skill and try to do the best job I can. But if I could say no, I would say no. I would say no to money, to rather do my own thing, and hope I will sell what is mine. Because then you are spending all the time you make art within what you want to do, and it will make you way more happy than having to paint somebody's kid or somebody's portrait, the person you don't really care about or think are that interesting or anything like that. Now, painting portraits is very important. If I get I painted the Norwegian resistance fighter Gunnar Sønsteby, Chakan. He was one of the most famous war heroes in Norway. Sadly, I painted that before I started doing videos, so I don't have any videos of the process. But I also painted the Holocaust survivor Samuel Leon Steinmann, who survived Auschwitz, and there's a video on the process on my YouTube channel, and also video of the event. And he said something beautiful. Well, he said, it's crazy, he probably didn't mean it, but he said, when I look at the painting, I almost feel it was worth it. And I mean, that is, if that isn't a great compliment, compliments doesn't exist, okay? And it came from his heart. He was really touched by him. I painted him when I was over 90 years old, 94 I think he became. And he died sadly the year after of cancer. And that is now hanging in the Holocaust Museum in Norway. And it will be hanging there for as long as humanity exists or the painting exists. That is a kind of portrait you should paint, because that is related to something I was interested in. I was interested in the war. There's a famous person, you get some media coverage, so it enhances your credibility as an artist. So if you get portraits like that, you should actually do it, and you do it with all the vigor you have, because it's an interesting person. It gives something to your art, and it's a very huge challenge, because when you get a commission like that, you really are afraid to not succeed. And I remember when I was finishing these two portraits, I was so scared, because I knew that it was almost done, and I knew sometimes I go in just gonna fix a little thing, and boom, I do too much because of my hypomania and ADHD, and I don't know how to stop, and I overdo it, and I basically have to tear it down again and do it over again, and that can take days. So I got laser focused when I did these things. Every brushwork, everything, is this enough? Is this not enough? And then that is the hardest thing. People ask me, when is a painting finished? I don't know. I don't think I ever actually finished anything. Because if I could finish my painting, it would mean that is like my mother. I come to the end of my evolving. I don't evolve as an artist anymore because I am able to finish paintings. I'm able to stop the painting. I'm able to see there is nothing more to do. And that is not possible. If you get to that point, you are done. You won't evolve anymore. You don't have a skill wall. You don't have anything to box against. And you need that boxing match. It's one, also as a person, if you think you have come to a point where you have evolved enough, that you are enough, okay, you should of course know that you are enough, but you are not really enough, because you can become more, you can become better, you can become deeper, you can become a better painter, you can become the best version of yourself, if there is such a thing. And of course you can keep on doing that until your dying day. So I guess the last word in everything is done the day you die. The day you die, it is actually over. As an atheist, I don't believe in an afterlife. It's done. And of course it doesn't really matter what I do, because I'm dead anyway, but it matters now because it gives me a sense of purpose, a sense of, you know, something to stretch out against, and a sense of life being infinite anyway, because I can only do life. I can't do death. So death isn't important. And that comes from Stoic philosophy. Death doesn't matter. It is annoying that it's there, and it's finite, and I will never get back. But it doesn't matter. Only life matters. So read Stoic philosophy. I will recommend Marcus Aurelius' Meditations and Seneca, which is, and there is one clip on the YouTube called The Shortness of Life, which is just brilliant. So you can listen to it while you're painting. Also put it into some of my videos, because I think it's so beautiful. Maybe I'd make some long videos, just flows with that in the background. Maybe whisper a little bit, have a microphone and talk over it. Let's see what happens. But I think it's so important, and that is why I also use these things as a background noise in some of my videos, because I want you to go there and listen to it, to evolve as a person, as a human being, and to become better. So I think that is what I want to say. Maybe I should make a longer video where I go through more painting advice and talk about painting, how it relates to evolving as a human being. But I do that in my videos, so maybe it's for another time. I probably did that now anyway. It's kind of a feedback loop. When you do creative work, you will, if you're honest, you will keep evolving and becoming more human. Yeah, it's like Nietzsche's Übermensch. What it means is the person who has the courage to face himself and evolve. It's not about conquering others. It's about conquering yourself. And that was a big mistake that Adolf Hitler did. He had a wrong idea, and he lost, like all other bastards who kill to fulfill their emptiness, like Putin and Kim Il-jung or whatever. They don't have a life. They don't really exist because they don't have no conscience, they have no feelings, they do not have any introspection. Now, if you want to, I would love you to do this. My girlfriend is called Amalia Rusolt Ness. She has a YouTube channel which she's now building up. She's also doing painting. She's a beautiful person. She has she's a little bit on the spectrum, you know, and so am I. So we have this beautiful direct communication. We are both extremely honest. And if you like, please go to her YouTube channel, and I put a link in the description, and help her grow. She's starting to post more and more videos as it comes along, and you will find it quite amazing how good she is. So with this, again, I want to wish you a very happy new year, and remember to give a thumbs up, leave a comment, and help my channel grow. Just put on my videos and let them roll. You don't even have to look at them. Just let them roll. At least give a thumbs up, okay? At least. Leave a comment. It's very important. Thank you. And buy me a coffee if you like. I'm a big coffee drinker. You know, these mugs, you know, I never get enough. Also go out to have a coffee in a cafe to look at people and stuff. So, yeah. Or go to PATRON. With this, I wish you a happy new year. Okay. See you later. And thanks for watching. I will also post a little bit of, in the end of this video, a little bit of the New Year's Eve party. Okay. So, voila. Here is New Year's dinner going into the oven. As usual, it's the lamb. And this time actually a friend of mine wanted me to make it. I wasn't actually planning to. So he bought them for a lot of money. So I'm gonna make it for a few friends tonight. It's gonna be fun. Hey, have a good one. Det var Greger. Amalie, er du happy? Ok, da vi klar for å få litt mat. Da vi klar for litt mat. Kjære folk, vi klare for mat. Da kan dere finne en tallerken, og så kan dere bare begynne å spise. Ja, ikke se på det der, du får... Det var fantastisk dessert da. Ja. Det er Amalie spesiale, det. Sant vel? Amalie spesiale, ikke sant? Det er spennende, altså. Sikkert fin, den. Så jævla fin, den. Sjokken. Ja, derfor er du klar for mat. Jeg er alltid klar for mat. Ja, det er bra. Han er keto. Matahari! Og grønnsaker. Så er blurfilter.
Jeg er sikker på at det ikke bare er litt sånn skitten.
Ja, men det var jo veldig fint. Ja, vi er bra. Var maten bra? Ja. Maten var kanon. Maten var bra. Dette er første gang jeg har så gode.
Film mens jeg bryr meg om det. Maten var kanon.
La meg på kamera så jeg kan se deg i speilet, gutt. Se Knut. Staffi? Ja, det ser du.
Skål da.
Ikke massen. Ja, skål.
Prøv å finne ut hvem det er som gjør dette her, for det er liksom ikke poetisk.
Hei! Var det alt?
Ja!
Jesus. Hvor mye betalte du for dette greiene her? Greger?
Hei,
hvor mye betalte du for denne?
Det er masker! Det var forsiktig der på satan!
Det gikk jævlig fort da.
Skulle jeg vite det da, for faen?
Det var som en guttunge som ikke har lært å kontrollere seg selv.
Ja, nemlig. Det er så typisk det sånn gang, jeg beklager. Miljøsvin.
Det var som meg etter fengsel.
Når vi opp ned nå, så blir det bra.
Ja, det blir bra.
Hei, vil du ha
Ja, det var det Askebeger.
Jeg ser egentlig ikke.
Hei!
Noe annet fancy.
Her er det sånn, ja. Se på det.
Manipulere verden.
Oppover.
Hæ? Du klarer det?
Ja, tenkte jeg det. Det var gledelig å være så glad med sånne tenner. Ja, men den er fin.
Det er hårmiddel jeg bruker som hårmiddel, jeg snakker om. Men jeg bruker det i munnen. Og hvis du bruker det på hodet, så tar det bare 5%.
Stråle for i
Happy New Year from Norway. This is Amalie, my girlfriend. She's lovely. And go follow her on YouTube. She is starting off a new channel and you can help her channel grow. And yeah, she doesn't say much. Does she want to say something? No. Okay, so yeah, give it a thumbs up, give comments, and yeah, have a good one.